Welcome, ghost enthusiasts. Are you ready to embark on a chilling journey through the eerie halls of America's haunted hospitals? In today's video, we'll explore 15 chilling haunted hospitals in America, places where the line between the living and the spirits is hauntingly thin. From unexplained whispers to shadowy figures, these locations hold dark secrets and spine-tingling tales that are sure to send shivers down your spine. So, grab your flashlights and let's dive into the world of paranormal encounters and ghostly apparitions. 1. Waverly Hills Sanatorium, Louisville, Kentucky. Waverly Hills Sanatorium stands as one of America's most haunted locations, and its history alone explains why. Built in 1910 to treat tuberculosis patients, it became a place where life, death, and suffering intertwined in a twisted symphony of pain. Over 8,000 patients reportedly died within its walls, with some bodies transported down a 500-foot chute known as the Death Tunnel, to spare others from witnessing the dead piling up. It's in this tunnel that the ghosts are most active, appearing as shadows that flicker and whisper in the darkness. Many visitors have reported hearing their names called, feeling icy touches, and seeing glimpses of the infamous little girl who roams the hallways, playing with an invisible ball. The rooftop, where patients once took in fresh air, is haunted by the echo of past patients coughing. For those who've spent the night in Waverly Hills, there's a haunting memory left behind, a feeling that the walls themselves are breathing, alive with the energy of countless souls trapped in agony. 2. Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum, Weston, West Virginia. The Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum is a place where the line between the living and the dead has blurred beyond recognition. Originally built to hold only 250 patients, it housed over 2,400 at its peak, many of whom were tortured, neglected, and forgotten. A child spirit named Lily, often seen in a white dress, is known to play pranks, laughing as she flicks lights on and off. But the most terrifying entity is the Creeper, a shadowy figure that crawls along walls and hides in the darkest corners, waiting to startle anyone who ventures too close. The asylum is filled with the whispers of those who suffered, and in the dead of night, you can hear distant cries and screams of pain echoing through the deserted halls. Visitors describe an intense, bone-chilling cold, as though the asylum itself is alive, swallowing all who dare to intrude on its ghostly secrets. 3. Pennhurst State School and Hospital, Spring City, Pennsylvania. Pennhurst was once a place meant to protect the vulnerable, but its walls became a prison of abuse and neglect. Today, it's haunted by the souls of those who never found justice. Known for the spirit of Emily, a young girl who died under mysterious circumstances, visitors often feel a gentle tug on their clothes or hear her soft voice whispering in the distance. The sound of children crying can be heard echoing through the halls, and many report seeing a faceless figure lurking in the shadows. The atmosphere is so thick with despair that it feels almost oppressive, as though the spirits are reliving their tragic past, locked in a never-ending loop of torment and sorrow. Visitors leave feeling drained, as if the spirits have latched onto them, unwilling to let go. 4. Rolling Hills Asylum, East Bethany, New York. The isolated Rolling Hills Asylum is a dark place, filled with entities that seem all too aware of visitors. Known for the shadow people that roam its corridors, the asylum holds a palpable fear that strikes anyone brave enough to enter, The most famous spirit is Roy, a towering figure with a gentle nature who is often seen watching from the shadows. But the real terror lies in the basement, where ghostly whispers and sudden chills make even the bravest visitors want to run. Those who've spent the night report waking up to the feeling of hands pressing down on them, and it's said that the spirits here have the power to drain energy, leaving a lasting impression on those who dare to cross their path. 5. The Ridges. Athens, Lunatic Asylum. Athens, Ohio. The Ridges is haunted by one of the most tragic tales of the area. In 1979, a woman was left forgotten in one of the rooms, her body only discovered weeks later. Her spirit, now referred to as the Stain, is said to linger in the spot where her body left an imprint on the floor. Those who enter the room feel a sudden, unbearable chill, and some have even fainted. Her restless spirit wanders the halls, seen as a pale shadow that flickers at the edge of sight, a haunting reminder of her final moments. The entire building feels frozen in her sadness, her spirit eternally bound to the spot of her untimely death. 6. Linda Vista Community Hospital, Los Angeles, California. Linda Vista Community Hospital has long since closed, yet it remains full of eerie energy. This once bustling hospital has become a hotspot for paranormal activity, especially in the operating rooms where spirits of former patients linger. The sounds of medical instruments clinking echo through the empty halls, and shadows of doctors and nurses are seen walking about as if tending to invisible patients. Those who venture too far into the building report seeing blood-stained apparitions and hearing footsteps following close behind them. Linda Vista holds an energy that makes visitors feel as though they are intruding on the souls left behind, as if each shadow and each whisper is a warning to leave. 7. Leworth Village, Thiels, New York. Built as a refuge for the mentally ill, Leworth Village became a nightmare for those who lived there. The spirits of children are said to linger in the crumbling buildings, their laughter echoing through empty corridors. The abandoned playground, overgrown and silent, feels heavy with their presence. A small cemetery on the grounds is filled with graves of those who died nameless and forgotten, and visitors often see ghostly figures standing beside the graves. The air grows thick with sadness, and those who visit often leave with a sense of sorrow, as if the souls of the dead are begging to be remembered. 8. St. Albans Sanatorium, Radford, Virginia. St. Albans is known for the intense energy that fills its halls, a mix of suffering and anger that seeps from its walls. The basement, used for cruel experiments, is where spirits are most active. A man in a trench coat has been seen lurking in the shadows, watching those who enter with cold, calculating eyes. Visitors often report feelings of dread, hearing screams that seem to come from nowhere. The sanatorium is a place where terror is palpable, and many who leave feel as though something has followed them, a spirit bound by anger and unable to escape. 9. Eloise, Psychiatric Hospital, Westland, Michigan. Eloise Hospital's abandoned halls hide secrets that most would rather forget. Visitors report seeing figures in nurse uniforms wandering the halls, and doors that open and close by themselves. There is a cold, empty feeling that fills each room, and those who stay too long feel a sense of hopelessness wash over them. In one room, patients in hospital gowns have been seen standing at the window, staring out as though waiting for someone who never came. The hospital is a monument to a painful past, a place where ghosts still walk and memories linger like a chilling fog. 10. Norwich State Hospital. Preston, Connecticut. Norwich State Hospital stands like a forgotten mausoleum, filled with the spirits of those who passed through its doors. The halls are eerily silent, yet visitors hear phantom footsteps and the muffled cries of those long gone. A man in a hospital gown is often seen wandering the grounds, his eyes blank and empty. The entire hospital has an aura of sadness and despair, as though each room holds a memory of suffering. Those who venture into the basement describe an overwhelming sense of dread, as though they've crossed into a realm where the dead have yet to find peace. 11. Belleview Hospital, New York City. New York. Bellevue's psychiatric wing is haunted by the spirits of those who suffered in its wards. Staff report seeing apparitions of patients, some of whom appear in hospital gowns and look lost. The hospital's basement, once used as a morgue, is the site of numerous ghost sightings. Those who work late often hear footsteps, and a woman in a long dress has been seen near the basement, her face pale and her expression mournful. Bellevue remains a place of mystery, its walls echoing with the sounds of lives both saved and lost. 12. Willard Asylum for the Chronic Insane, Ovid, New York. Willard Asylum's abandoned rooms hold the memories of patients who were never released. Shadows lurk at the edges of sight, and whispers seem to follow visitors from room to room. A shadowy figure is often seen standing in the doorway of one room, watching those who enter. The asylum feels frozen in time, with the spirits of former patients unable to move on. Those who visit feel as though they are trespassing, as if the spirits are watching them, waiting for them to leave. 13. Greenville Memorial Hospital, Greenville, South Carolina. Greenville Memorial Hospital's maternity ward is said to be haunted by a woman in white who appears with a blank expression. Visitors feel a chill as they walk through the halls, and ghostly footsteps echo in empty rooms. The air grows heavy as visitors approach the ward, and some report feeling an icy touch, as though the spirits are trying to reach out. Greenville Memorial's dark past haunts its rooms, with each spirit holding on to the place they once called home. 14. Glendale Hospital, Glendale, West Virginia. Glendale Hospital is a maze of shadows and darkened corridors. Known for sightings of former patients, the hospital's halls feel as though they hold on to every tragic memory. A doctor in an old coat has been seen wandering the halls, his face lost in shadow. Those who enter describe an overwhelming sadness, as though the spirits within are grieving. Glendale remains a place where the past is inescapable, and visitors often feel as though they've stepped into another time. 15. Metropolitan State Hospital, Waltham, Massachusetts. Metropolitan State Hospital's dark history is shrouded in tales of unexplained disappearances, and it is said that the spirits of those lost still linger within its walls. Shadows flit at the edges of sight, creating an unsettling atmosphere as you walk through the empty halls. The sound of distant voices echoes, whispering secrets of a past filled with sorrow. One of the most haunting figures is a woman in white, often spotted near the old administration building. Her face is ghostly and sorrowful, a poignant reminder of the lives that were lost here. Visitors describe feeling an intense energy that seems to pulse through the building, a reminder of the countless stories that remain untold. The atmosphere is heavy with grief, as if the walls themselves are mourning for those who have vanished, leaving behind echoes of their presence. Many who venture into the hospital report an overwhelming sense of sadness that clings to them long after they've left, as if the spirits are reaching out for recognition and remembrance of their fates. Thank you for joining us on this haunting exploration of 15 chilling haunted hospitals in America. Did any of these stories send chills down your spine? We'd love to hear your thoughts and any ghostly experiences you might have had in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more spine-tingling stories and paranormal adventures. Until next time, keep your eyes peeled and your mind open, because you never know what might be lurking in the shadows.